Gigi Variety reading FoodWISE and concluding the section selling time, convenience and advertising. And then I talk about a series of articles in the New York Times. Moss, referring to Michael Moss, the author of Salt, Sugar, Fat, How the Food Giants Hooked Us, also discusses new food products designed specifically to create a craving. This is a move by manufacturers to capitalize on our brain's chemical bliss point, a physiological reaction to certain combinations of sugar, fat, and salt that make particular foods all but irresistible. As we try to balance all our rational considerations in making our food choices, the effects of what we could call cravings, or at the very least, persistent food thoughts, and other physiological signals only complicate our decisions. Marion Nestle warns that any nutritional message advertisers give us is suspect, especially when it comes from for-profit industries. Yes, some food manufacturers have responded to pressure by moves like lowering sugar in cereals, but levels still remain close to Moss's bliss point in order to maintain sales. Marion Nestle's point is simple. Environmental factors make it impossible to sensibly choose the foods we need to eat. By environmental, she means the combination of social, commercial, and institutional influences on food choice that surround us, including all those things advertisers rely on to sell their products. The lure of convenience is too great. Nestle has been at this for a while. As a food policy advocate, she has reviewed countless Federal Register notices, congressional hearing reports, acts of Congress, General Accounting Office reports, and releases of agency advisories to the food industry. Through it all, she keeps making the same discoveries. Food companies know exactly what they're doing in terms of pushing the bliss point foods. And until something changes, the calculated allure of convenience foods high in fat, sugar, and salt will keep the American public wanting more. Tomorrow, we'll begin with advertising health, this section in our personal world of food. So the article I have from the New York Times is actually linking to other articles. I just Googled, what have we learned in the last 4 to 6 months about coronavirus? Thinking for sure I'd seen an article with that headline, or I should have. So this is the closest I could find, and it is an article from the New York Times, and it is entitled 6 Months of Coronavirus. Here's some of what we've learned. 10 items. 1, we'll have to live with this for a long time. 2, you should be wearing a mask. 3, American public health infrastructure needs an update. 4, responding to the virus is extraordinarily expensive. 5, we have a long way to go to fix virus testing. 6, we can't count on herd immunity to keep us healthy. 7, the virus produces more symptoms than expected. 8, we can worry a bit less about infection from surfaces, and I blogged on that. 9, we can also worry less about a mutating virus. 10, we can't count on warm weather to defeat the virus. No. So each of those maxims are links to other articles, and I include that for your consideration tonight.